a lot of men know, they know what they doing. They know what they doing, and a lot of them just be wanting to get those reactions out of it. Get ready with me while I tell y'all my business. So, I met this guy. I was out, and I met him. He came up to me. He approached me, and he was, pretty easy on the eyes. So, I was like, here's my number. Use it. So, later on, he texted me. And then he said, is now a good time? Can I call you? So I'm like, okay, cool. We're on the phone. We're chopping it up, getting to know each other. And then he schedules a date. Leading up to the day, he's still texting me, still calling me, still checking in with me. And I'm like, okay, cool. The day comes and he calls me, make sure we're still good for the day. So I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm still available. So then he picks me up. And when he picks me up, he opens the door. He gets out of his car. He opens my door. And he has flowers there waiting for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. But then after that, we get in the car and we're on our way to the date. Then he takes me to a restaurant, and it's a pretty nice restaurant. So we're talking, getting to know each other. He sits next to me. So we're pretty close, we're intimate and whatnot, and we're just having a really good conversation. After that, we had our food. After we were done eating, he asked me oh, do you want to go to the hookah spot after this? I'm like, sure, the night is still young, the day is still young, why not? So now we're in his car on our way to the hookah spot. We're driving there, and I see that he's texting. Mind you, he's driving, so I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, who's texting us? I know it's my first day, but I don't care. Who are you texting? I look over a little bit, and I see he had a contact photo, and it was a woman. So I'm like, maybe it was his sister. I want to give him the little benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, maybe it was his sister. So I look over and I see their text messages. I only see her side, and I see babe. Babe, I didn't know you had a babe. I didn't know you had a babe. So I'm just like, okay. It was our first date, so I'm like, don't want to be too all up in his business, not trying to ask him no questions, because, I had to think about it, okay, we're single, I'm sure he's talking to somebody, he just met me, I don't know, he could have had a situation and what. So, I'm trying to play it cool, trying to pretend like I didn't just see what I saw, and so I'm like, you know what, whatever. We're going to the hookah spot, I'm gonna just run it up at this hookah spot. So, we get there, I'm ordering, some drinks and whatnot. So then after that, we're still talking, getting to know each other, I just decided to let it go because, again, we just met and this is just our first day. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. At this point, we're there for 2 hours maybe. I see him on his phone again. And this time I decided to look again because I'm like, you're not going to just be on your phone while I'm here. And this time, it's the same contact photo, so it's the same girl, and I see, I miss you. I couldn't see the angle that I was at. I only saw her side. I couldn't even see what he was saying back to him, because that's really what I was looking for. What are you saying back? It was so fast, so I couldn't really see it. So I saw, I miss you. And at that point, I'm like, you're being real disrespectful, It was about time to wrap it up. Then he was like, are you ready to go? I said, yes. Mind you, I'm still being, cool. At this point, it was hard for me to hold it in. I didn't say nothing or whatnot, but my energy shifted when I saw what I saw. So I was engaged. I was talking to him. I was smiling and laughing and whatnot. When I saw I miss you, I was no longer smiling. I was no longer laughing. We just in that bitch. So I'm like, yes, it's time to go. I'm ready to go. And that was the quietest car ride back home I've ever had. On my end, I was very quiet. I mean, he was trying to talk to me and whatnot, but I was super quiet. He was asking me questions. I was giving him one-word responses, just not really giving him that much. And then I get home, he pulls up to my house. He gets out and he opens my door and he leans in trying to get a kiss. I literally felt like that scene off Joanna Man. I ain't giving you no kiss, because I ain't giving you no kiss. So I gave him my cheek. I turned around and gave him my cheek, because no, I'm not giving you no kiss. He was like, oh, is everything okay? Did you have a good time? I said, yes, I did. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Have a great night. So then I had to go home and kind of replay it, really think about it, before I made any decisions. Because I don't want to make any permanent decisions off of temporary emotion. So I went over, I played it over in my head, made sure I wasn't tripping. And then when confirmed I wasn't tripping, girl, I text him because, I ghost or like I just stop responding. Like, you just don't hear from me no more. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be like that no more. I'm tired of having these same situations. So let me do something different. And I text him, I was like, I had a great time with you. Thank you. I don't really see this going anywhere. But again, thank you for our time tonight. Take care. Real short, real sweet, to the point. Didn't really over explain. Didn't even explain for real. But just to let him know, like, thank you, but no thank you, After that, he texted me, like, is everything okay? Like, I thought we had a good time. And I just didn't respond because I'm like, no, don't really want to talk to you anymore. So the next day he calls me. I didn't answer because I'm like, call her. Or call who you were texting while you were out with me. Couple days go by. He texts me again like, hey, I'm just checking in with you, seeing how you're doing. Didn't respond again because it's like, I'm done talking to you. I feel like that's how we really need to start being. Like, when these men have us messed up, instead of explaining ourselves, instead of trying to get to know like what he meant by that, and just take care, love. Bless him and be on about your day so those blessings can come back to you. Kill him with kindness. Because I know he wasn't expecting that. And a lot of men know what they doing. They know what they doing. And a lot of them just be wanting to get those reactions out of us. I said, you know what? I'm not doing this. I don't even know you. Now you don't get to know me. And just like that, I was done. And just like that, I'm on my way to another date. Because it's never that serious. It's never that serious.